Yo, what's good, you boys, man? My name is Damien, also known as QB. How's everyone going today? Really quickly, if you don't know by now, this is day 39 of my hard 50. This shit's flying by. My love and support I've been getting for you guys, view-wise, following-wise, subscriber-wise, whatever it may be. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot. So without further ado, let's get stuck into today's video. Obviously, you guys have not been living under a rock by now. Luka Doncic is a Los Angeles Laker and hasn't gotten off to the best start. It is only the first 3 games, but we're going to overreact a bit here today. So if you guys aren't interested in any of that, please click off now. But if not, let's keep going in today's video. Luka Doncic just doesn't look himself. He doesn't look as healthy as he once was. I'm not going to lie, the Mavericks did say his conditioning and his weight was not the best. And that's why they didn't want to sign him to that Supermax. Though obviously in win-now mode, as everyone has heard by now, if you guys haven't heard full details about it, look on my YouTube channel. You will see a full video about the Anthony Davis to Mavericks and Luka to the Lakers trade. It has been a very underwhelming start for Luka in Los Angeles so far, just not looking comfortable and not looking like himself whatsoever. And the 3 games that Luka Doncic has been in the Los Angeles Lakers, they've gone 1-2. The 1 win coming against Utah Jazz, 1 loss coming from the 14th place Jazz and the 14th place Hornets. Are you serious? And it's pretty much just a comfort thing so far. Like, I'm not too stressed, but as I said, I am overreacting. So here's just a few things I want to talk about before we get more in depth on his stats and details of what can happen next to get better. The main thing is LeBron's usage rate needs to go down. You don't have a Luka Doncic on your team and don't maximize him and use him to his full potential. Are you serious right now? I know LeBron does his thing. I know Austin Reeves wants to do his things, and that's why I feel like one of them's not going to be on the squad next year, particularly looking at Austin Reeves, unfortunately. But you're not going to learn how to work that together, especially if last year or even possibly this year, who knows, could be LeBron James' final seasons or season. And especially at LeBron James being 40 years old as well, you want to give Luka the ball as much as you can so he can play off the ball. LeBron has proven in time and time his career he can play off anyone or he can play with anyone. But in terms of superstar point guards or star point guards that LeBron has played with, I guess the only one that's really worked out is Kyrie Irving, if you're thinking about star point guards, because he's had Russell Westbrook. D'Angelo Russell was somewhat of an underrated star, but those 2 players right there I just named, they're a high usage rate players. They need the ball in their hand to make shit happen, and there's a reason why nothing worked out with both of those point guards. And this is the main focal point of today's video, what I wanted to talk about the most. I'm going to play a video for you guys on the screen right now. Don't mind the subtitles, bro. I just literally could not get them off. But this is the main worry I had about acquiring Luka Doncic, and if they really did want to offer him that max contract this offseason and make him the face of the franchise for 10 or more years to come. Down the stretch of today's Hornets and Lakers game, Hornets took the W in this one, but every single possession down the stretch, they were going at Luka Doncic. They were making this man play defense, and they pretty much was scoring every single damn time this man was a primarily defender on the ball handler. You see right there, that's just freeze from LaMelo Ball, just gets by and gets a foul, ends up making 2 free throws, and right here LaMelo Ball again gets a little screen by Josh Green to get the switch onto Luka. Even though he does miss his shot right here, they just pretty much just make Luka work. And man, I'm not even lying, I wouldn't be surprised it was like 80% of those shots that they had Luka as the main guy defending, they were just scoring every single time. It was 3 eats. And don't get me wrong, it was a great effort by Luka. Luka was putting up a good effort, but man, this man just does not look healthy whatsoever. I don't know if that's a concerning sight or not. I'm not asking him to be fully lean and jacked. I mean, there is some big boys in this league who don't look the best like physically, but are still dominating, like his international brother Nikola Jokic for starters. But I'm not going in depth on Jokic. We're talking about Luka Doncic right here as well. You can see right there, he doesn't really move much. He should have covered that extra space in the ground and wasn't aware of the incoming screen, which forced him to close out late, which led to Miles Bridges get a wide open 3-pointer. And right here again, same shit with Josh Green. Luka just gets fully locked on LaMelo Ball. He ends up in some open space with him not guarding anyone, and that's Nick Smith Jr. on the corner for the tray. So that was just a few things that I noticed like towards the end of this game, that they were just constantly going at Luka, and Luka was tired on the offensive end. He had 1 shot in the last quarter that actually was kind of clutch, the 3-pointer, and he had a nice little putback lab of an offensive board. But other than that, this was horrible to watch. The first 3 games as a Laker, and since his rookie season, he hasn't averaged this low amount of points in a 3-game span ever since his rookie season, literally the first 2 weeks of his career. He's averaging 14.6 rebounds and 5 assists, which would all be career low numbers if that were all said and done. But obviously it's not going to be. But for someone who averaged 34 last season, literally the highest points that anyone's ever averaged in the entire season, you'd think this man's offensive game would just flow naturally over, considering that LeBron James is there, he can play off him, and a lot of other targets on the floor that can help him out. But if teams are going to continue to exporting this, I guess, this, whatever you may call it, this, I guess, strategy to make Luka play defense so he's tired on offense, it definitely worked tonight against one of the worst teams in the league. So can you imagine if a team like Golden State, Denver, OKC, Celtics, New York do that exact same trick? Like, imagine we come against New York if somehow, you know, in 1 in a million, fucking million thousand, whatever % chance. And they just constantly get that switch, you know, onto Brunson or even onto Cat, onto Mikal Bridges, onto OG Anunoby. All those guys I just named would cook the living shit out of Luka. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate Luka. I love Luka's game. I was very excited to announce when he came to the team, but this has just been shocking. And not to mention his shooting splits as well. He's only shooting a 35% in his last 3 games from inside the 3-point line, when he's usually closest to that 40-45% mark. And not to mention, he's somewhat between a 35 to 40% 3-point shooter. This man is shooting 20% since he came to the team. And not to mention as well, he also averages 4 turnovers. He had 5 turnovers in the first quarter in this game today. Which just simply, plain simple, it's just not good enough, especially when you're in the NBA. But we all know how much of a great player Luka is. I'm not going to sit here and overreact too much. It's just some worrying signs I thought I'd talk about in today's video. Lakers fans, basketball fans, NBA fans, get in the comments down below. What do you think about Luka's start to being a Los Angeles Laker? And do you think he can stay being here for a very long time? Or you don't think it's going to work for LeBron James and we'll just have to wait until he retires to see what his full potential is? As always, I appreciate love and support. This has been your boy QB, and I'll see y'all very soon. Peace.